Welcome to Syntax.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Front End Happy Hour podcast.
Welcome to this week's JS Party.
Live from Shipshape Studios, this is Whiskey, Web, and Whatnot, with your hosts, Robbie the Wagner and me, Charles William Carpenter III.
That's right, Charles. We drink whiskey and talk about web development. I mean, it's all in the name. It's not that deep.
This is Whiskey, Web, and Whatnot. Do not adjust your set.
As more and more code is generated, developers end up spending more time reading and reviewing code. This creates an issue on reliably shipping quality code. So even though AI is promising, a lack of proper guardrails can slow down teams. CodeRabbit is an AI code reviewer. Unlike AI code generators like Cursor, Windsurf, or GitHub Copilot, it reasons and submits feedback on your codebase while you raise a pull request to merge code into your VCS. CodeRabbit is a self-improving agent, and it learns from your interactions and creates learnings. CodeRabbit generates one-click commit suggestions for some review comments, making it easy for developers to address review comments. CodeRabbit is used by 100,000 open-source projects like Vue, Next.js, and it's installed on 2 million repositories so far. It's also performed more than 15 million PR reviews.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Whiskey, Web, and Whatnot with your hosts, Robbie the Wagner and Adam Thomas Argyle the Nerd.
What's up, y'all? I'm feeling good. How are you?
I am good as well. It is once again Margarita Thursday, which I just call it this to make my wife upset because it is clearly either Thirsty Thursday or Margarita Monday, but I like to do the dumb one that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, nice. We do Woody Wednesdays. We go to Little Woody's. And then we used to do like Fridays. Well, that was really stretchy, you know? Now it's just
love it.
Pizza and Pokemon. That one always stayed good. It's on a Friday, but Friday doesn't start with P. It's okay.
Yeah. These things are hard. All right, so I'm excited for the whiskey we have today. This is a special edition. Where's my camera at? WhistlePig Liquid Death collaboration. I'm a big Liquid Death fan. I really like their Dr. Pepper flavor. I forget what they call it. Dr. Death, maybe.
I should try that. I love Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. So this is a wheat whiskey. It is 85% wheat and 15% barley. They use Liquid Death mountain water to proof it down, which hopefully they got a discount on it because Liquid Death is not cheap. They're like popping all the cans and pouring them in there. Yeah, it's 86 proof. I don't know what the age is, but you get the idea. Liquid Death collaboration. Looks cool.
Smells sweet. It smells, fruity. Yummy.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I can never tell. Sometimes there's a little funk, and I can't tell if my glass is dirty or
it's got baby stuff in there.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have mixed Similac in my nice Norland glass. Why did I do that?
Yeah, I do. I feel like I smell strawberry. Strawberry cinnamon, perhaps. I'm going to taste it.
Oh, man, I'm getting like a berry medley. It's nice. Really light spice.
Ooh.
Smooth and soft.
That is yummy.
Coating of my tongue from the front to the back. So I got the spice and then just the saturation as it spreads across.
Yeah, this is very good. I guess maybe some of the similar notes that I like from Rise maybe come through in this because it's all grains. And so I guess, is corn a grain? No, I guess.
It is not.
Yeah. So it doesn't have corn.
I don't know.
which I feel makes it tastier, taking the corn out.
I'm glad there's still some spice. I always like a little spicy bite. And then it's pretty low on the proof. Do you pay for proof? Are you if I'm going to spend money, it better be high proof. Do you care about that? Is that what?
No. I just care about I care about interesting things and it being if the distiller wants me to try it at 135 proof or whatever, okay, I'm down, but I'm not seeking that out. I usually like it to be a little higher than 80 proof or whatever, whatever the standard is. So this is a little bit higher, I think, right? It was 86. So it's got a little more burn. But yeah, I think it's very balanced. Doesn't burn too much. Nice spice, fruity notes. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm happy. So yeah. What's your rating?
Well,
Robbie,
I don't know. What's our
rating?
scale? Do you remember what our scale is?
0 to 8. If it's 0, you're throw that shit away. If it's an 8, you're clear the shelves. I want this forever. Just put it in my belly. And then, anything in the middle. What you got?
Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about it. But it also is maybe not like my favorite one ever. It's so hard. We've had so many. I'm just going to say flat 7.
Flat 7. Solid. I was thinking 6.5, because yeah, it's solid. I like it. I will have it again. I do like that it's kind of soft and sweet. It has that's the low. It's the low proof is probably the softness. Huh?
And the mountain water.
And the mountain water. Yeah, that matters. Oh, I was reading about this too. It was aged in a coffin.
Wait, was it really?
It was real. So they started out in an American oak, like regular barrel, but they move it from a barrel into a coffin, which is why it has the coffin symbol on it, and it's called Gravestock. So that's why it's called Gravestock. Is there's an American oak coffin?
Oh yeah,
that and they're like teasing that it's
final months resting in peace in a 380-gallon charred American oak casket.
Yeah,
then was proofed with Liquid Death mountain water. Wow. Okay.
Pretty
love
fun.
Love it.
I like that.
The dedication to detail. Yeah. Whistle Pig has got money to burn.
Oh, dude, speaking of like death and American wood, here, check out this banjo I bought myself for my 40th birthday here. It's already beat up a zombie.
Nice. Love it.
Covered in blood. It's covered in little zombie icons. There's like a knife through his head there. There's someone's foot. It's called the Zombie Killer, and it is very cool. Like here, let's see. I don't ever play this way, so it's weird. I'm going to try to play Mario. Nope, I'm not going to be able to do it standing here like that. Embarrass myself.
Hey, it sounds good.
It does sound good. It's great.
Having only heard you play banjo, like lo-fi, trying to throw it up against the mic, I feel like this one sounds better than the other one you had.
Cool. I'm hoping this is my heirloom. Like, Dad's dead, but don't worry, we've got a zombie killer banjo, so he'll live on forever with that sick banjo.
It'd be cool if they like reinforced it where their like splatters are, so you could like actually hit it on stuff and it'd be fine.
That would be cool. Did you see the saw that was around the edge too? So the ring, there's like a tone ring, but around the ring is a saw, like straight up edges of a saw. It's super cool.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I cut my finger. I should put some of my real blood on there just cause if it's an heirloom.
Oh man, I used to bleed on my guitar so much when I would play shows because I would like hit it wrong and catch my like nail or something and just be just pouring blood all over the guitar for like 10 minutes.
So cool. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to find some recordings of you in some bands. Because I was saying we should do, I don't know if we get Chuck or somebody else to do it, but we need people to listen to like a little bit of band I was in, a little bit of band you were in, see if they can say who was who. I think that'd be a fun game.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be kind of obvious, but I don't know. Maybe people don't know the past emo me, and they'll be like, who's this young kid singing?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know like which part of the band you were, I guess is like maybe.
Oh, so you didn't sing? Like, okay, that's cool.
Well, I did do some singing, but like, yeah. So we'll see. We got to finish the developer band as well sometime. I want to do
many things on
covers.
The stinking to-do list. It drives me nuts. My to-do list is so big. There's like stuff on there that I'm like, I would like to get to that. And I'm like, yeah, but there's stuff I haven't done for the past 3 days that I need to do. So
yeah,
I'll be an adult, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I unfortunately pick on the daily. But maybe one day we won't have to pick that.
I like the irony that I texted you too. It's like, we need to spend some time automating AI to do some of our tasks so that we can have more time. And I'm like, wait, that's a chicken and egg. I'm like, if I don't have the time, I can't create the automations to save me the time. I'm like,
agents are great for that because like they might not get it for me every time, but I can at least be like, hey, I'd like this, and then come back later. And if it happened to do it, then I've got it. Like, I did that.
Yeah, tell me about Claude Cowork. Yeah, did you try that?
I have not, but before we jump into that, I just wanted to say, like, I've automated one thing now, and it's not 100% automated, but I made this thing. I was like, hey, I think I used Warp on this one, not OpenCode, because OpenCode had the thing where you can't use your Claude tokens anymore.
Yeah. Rug pull. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was using Warp, and I was like, hey, build me this thing. It can be Swift because like it's just going to be me that uses it, so it can be Mac only. I don't care. I want to put in a link to a whiskey.fm episode, and I want you to pull the title, the show notes, and the transcripts, pull like 5 to 10 topics, then take those topics and make them into like concrete things you could make an image of, not just like React hooks, like something that's like a React hook doing it, like, I don't know, like make it like a thing that could be drawn, then give it all back and like give me an image that I can use as the art for the episode. Because I'm trying to make, like, I spend too much time on those for no reason. So I'm like,
they're super cool, dude. It's not no reason. I love those things. Every single one of them. I'm like, dude, the TLC in this is awesome.
Yeah, but like I don't have the time for that. So they might get less good. They'll probably have less people in them, be more topic based. Because I used to like try to describe the person that was in the episode and have it like draw what they would look like or whatever. Yeah. But now I'm just gonna be like, hey, what do we talk about? Like, boom, we got it. Like better than having no art for sure. So I'm trying that out. Working okay so far.
Cool. I've used Warp to create an automation for me on my personal blog so that every time I drop an image into the image folder, it sends it through I have like 2 phases of processing that I do, as well as generate the front matter for me. So that was like a really cool one to give to AI because the ins and outs are so clear. And then I saw something this last week too that I was very impressed by, which is someone was making a whole website, a data-driven entire website. So let's say you've got, let's just pick music. You want to do a website for the top 20 songs of 2026 or whatever.
Okay.
So you go get the data, you stick it in, you start a markdown file, and you build out this pretty large prompt. It's almost like a big PRD. But in the middle of the PRD, this person stuck a API key to Kriya and to Gemini, Nano Banana, and said, hey, I have no media for this site. Use these keys and create images that are engaging and help with the site or whatever. And then they took this humongous prompt, which generated images for the whole thing, which was, anyway, I thought that was cool. But they pitted it against a Ralph loop versus not a Ralph loop. And the Ralph loop was arguably not as good, although it was really splitting. Some people were like, the Ralph loop one is better. And I was like, I kind of like the first one better. They were both really good though. The PRD was just so well written with all these little details, like I'm saying about like the image generation and these API keys. I was very impressed. Also very intimidated. I was like, oh, geez, this site looks awesome. And it got made for this person within minutes. I'm like, crap.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think sites, everything is doing better and better at. I think images are still kind of hit or miss. Like it, especially if you tell it not to do a thing, because if you've said the words, if you're like, do not put facial hair on this person, it's like, well, you said the words facial hair, so I'm going to put so much facial hair. Like you can't tell it not to. You have to describe what you want and just omit the things you don't want, or it will freak out. But yeah, the next thing I want to build is like, we need a thumbnail generator. So there's one built into Riverside, which I've been trying, for like YouTube thumbnails to be like, like you need just the random guy with the weird face, like, and a title. And so it's been doing those and it won't change the text. I even asked it, I was like, can you like make the text not just the first word highlighted in yellow and then the rest black, and like give me different fonts and do different stuff? It's like, oh, absolutely. I have full control over that. And I was like, cool, can you like change it to this? And it was like, cool, I did it. And it was still the same thing. I was like, clearly someone has baked this into your like base knowledge somewhere.
Hey, that's that AI harness stuff. We've talked about that. It was like Grok. Hey, Grok, I want you to make me a meme. Make me a spicy meme that pisses off developers. You know, like, I know you know what makes people mad and is spicy. Do it. And it was like hooks. It had some comment about hooks. And then it couldn't even spell React right. In the image it made. I'm like, you're so stupid. This is bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything like that there isn't a ton of source material on, it has trouble with too. Like what I did, I had a tweet series for like, I don't know if I was trying to do one a day or one a week or whatever it was unsustainable. I was trying to do like dad jokes about programming. And I was like, all right, AI, I've got like 10 pretty good ones here. Like, can you understand like how I did these and like try to use the same sort of
follow the patterns, like, pattern matcher.
Yeah. And it was like, Yeah. And it gave me like a bunch more and they were all awful. So I was like, oh God. All right. There's just not enough people making dad jokes about programming, I feel like. So,
oh, jeez. I tried to give a layup to, so this is, I like to describe this as giving a layup to AI. You're like, hey, AI, I'm spelling out everything. You're smart, right? Use your intelligence to learn from what I just taught you. And it's like, it never works. So one of the things I have on the agenda here to talk about is AIM, which is just a trendy acronym. It's not even
manager.
Yeah. What's your AIM handle? I'm trying to, I succeeded. Do you know what FLIP is? That was made by Paul Lewis, the acronym first, last, invert, play. Have you heard this?
I don't think so.
It was a way for you in JavaScript to take an element that needs to, it's like inline in the page, and now you're going to make it fixed position like over here. So if you're listening, everybody, I'm holding my hands up in two different places, and one hand is closed and one hand is open. All right. So anyway, there's like an element needs to go into two states, and they're both a natural state. Can you tell me about
sprites? Is one sprite entering?
Yeah. Sprites.
No, I'm sorry to derail you. Keep going.
Oh, it's all good. Okay. So you got element number one. And you like click it and it needs to morph to the position in position number two. And it's not two different elements. It's the same element needing to exist in two different layouts. And you want to animate it between these things. And you want it to be a CSS transition so that it's like interruptible and stuff like that. Okay, so Paul Lewis comes up with this awesome, simple way to do it called flip. And the F in flip is for first. You take the element where it is in the closed state at the beginning, and you take it's not a picture, but you get its bounding qualities. You get it's like what's its top and its left, what's its height and its width, what are all these different properties about, what's its background color. And then you do the L, which is last. You actually put it into the new layout instantly by just setting the properties and causing reflow. So then it goes into that end position. You take your measurements again, and then you invert it, which means you put it back to the first position. And now that you know the first and then end position, you can interpolate between the two states. And you get this really nice morph effect with JavaScript and a CSS transition. David Khorshid, who we just had on a show recently, has done a ton of flip. He wrote an article on CSS Tree. Flip is a very cool technique for very dynamic, meaningful morph transitions. And I, last week, figured out how to do it all in CSS using anchor positioning, interpolate size, and oh crap, there's one more feature. Oh, starting style. And so I did this. Yeah, well, I called it AIM stands for Anchor Interpolated Morph because so if you think about it, it's like the first part was finding out the measurements of the element, its height, its width, and its position. Anchor can do that. You just set that first element. You're like, hey, you're an anchor element, and so now anything else can like know the positions and bounds of that element. And then you can take the next element, which is just in its natural resting place, and then say starting style. Start your styles from where this other element exists. So I'm able to make these elements morph from any element in anywhere on the screen using CSS because I can use anchor to measure where they are. They know where they are naturally, and then they can like morph from that position. Anyway, it's really cool. So I'm like figuring out how to do flip cool. with CSS and Anchor. So Anchor is really cool. And Anchor just went baseline in Firefox. So
I was just about to ask, is it supported everywhere yet?
I mean, it's not like we can use it. It's so funny. All these cool things come out. And I'm like, at work, I can't use it. Even when it's baseline at work, I'm like, I have to support iOS
where is it not supported?
16.
Oh, because of older stuff. So
for me, it's like
once
old
it's supported
iPhones.
Everywhere, I don't give a shit about the older stuff. Like if the newest browser that's not like a Canary supports it, ship that. Like
nice. Oh, so you're big fan of baseline. My site kind of does that. Well, my site will early adopt all sorts of things. I'm willing to manage two versions or even just have a lame version and then a dope one. I'm like, that's cool with me. But at work, we can't do that. It's like, it can't be broken.
For sure. Yeah. Work is different. I'm talking about my personal stuff. I even did like Brotli before it worked and like everything, like Chrome was the only thing I think. And I was like, hey, it's way smaller. Gonna ship it. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Cause like there's not that many people coming to my personal site or whatever. So I'm like, the people that are probably developers on like the latest Chrome. Like it doesn't matter. But I'm excited for the Anchor stuff because I've been wanting to use that. Like you can't do everything just yet. You're going to need like some polyfills or extra code or whatever to support. Like we're using a floating UI in Shepherd to do like basically what Anchor stuff does. And I would like to replace that because it is big and it is like the biggest part of the library as of right now.
It's also badass, but yeah.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, no shade on them. I just like, in the race to the smallest libraries. I'm trying to do that, and also I might replace Svelte with Solid because, Svelte 5 for whatever reason, and Rich is not helping with this. So Rich, if you hear this, maybe we can make it better. But like it increased the bundle size by like 10 kilobytes or something. Like it went from like 17 to like 28, or like I guess it's like
Svelte
11.
4 to 5. It went up.
Yeah. And so I think what he was saying is like the way Svelte 5 works is like the base part, like I don't know, God, I can't think of words. The main part you're shipping, like the little, what do you call that? The core is like bigger, but then each component is smaller. And since we have like 5 components, we don't benefit from that because like it's like if you had a 1,000 component app, then you'd be like, oh my God, it's so much smaller because like each component is smaller. But we have 5 components, and so like it's not smaller because the core is bigger, which I think is what we're hitting. We are also still using the like legacy don't use this classes thing because because it's it won't let you send a reference to an element back out still. So I need some magic from someone who knows how to do that to fix that. But I was like, yo, AI, this is pretty well tested. You want to convert it to Solid for me? And it was like, dope. And it did, and it was back to like the size of Svelte 4. And I was like, could ship. Like, so I'm interested, but I don't want to I philosophically like Svelte. So I don't want to like move away from Svelte because like I want to make for sure that it's like what I have to do before I do it.
Yeah, good call. It kind of goes into one of our other topics. It's like you want to make the smallest library. How about your library doesn't even ship code?
Yeah.
So did you see this post I put in the Discord? As an article somebody wrote.
No, if it doesn't ship code, what does it do?
Well, let's talk about that. They ship the specs and all the expectations. So it's basically shipping instructions for an LLM. So here's the thing. This person shipped a library that basically does relative dates. Like 5 seconds ago or 20 days ago, and it's all localized. It does all the things like a huge date functions library would do. However, it ships no code. It just ships the great spec and instructions and expectations so that an LLM can do it in any language. And so this person's like, I made a library that works across Elixir and Ruby and Rust and whatever, because it's not, it didn't prescribe to a language. It just is a spec. And I thought this was super interesting because I'm very pro spec driven development.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I saw somebody kind of do it at a micro level where they're like, oh yeah, I'll just ship all this stuff as a library. And I'm like, this is kind of awesome. The only thing that's like, there are downsides to it. Like you can't really log bugs against the library, which also maybe that's an upside. I'm like, oh, no one can log bugs against me? That shit rules.
Well, you still could. I mean, it's not a can't read whatever of undefined bug, but it's like,
yeah.
The spec is maybe a little wrong in this spot. Like I want to reword it. Like
add some tests for this case that the AI keeps screwing up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's where we're going because like, people are already like not even interviewing with code at all. They're just like, hey, show me how you can prompt and like, let's see how productive you can be. I don't care how you do it. Jake, stop.
Yep. Shopify is revamping and updating their interview stuff. What's up, dude?
He's chewing up a box. He says, I know you're up here ignoring me.
I can smell the dog breath through the camera, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't know, something about
Shopify.
Shopify's updating their interview stuff too. And I was asking, and I have my own answers to this, but like, what if someone shows up to the interview and they just Ralph Wiggum loop the whole question? Or what if they take it, give it to, we were talking last week about Gastown. They just give it to Gastown. They're like, hey, mayor of Gastown, here's an interview. Why don't you just solve it? And then they just sit back and they twiddle their thumbs. So, hey, what do you want to talk about all my agents do all this interview,
Yeah.
do we reward that person? Do we not reward the person? So there's all these different scenarios now that it all depends. Yeah. So basically we don't want anybody showing up that just prompts the whole time and can't explain anything that's going on. It's a bad sign.
Or do you though? So, I mean, this is where I think we're going is like, there's going to be some percentage of people. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to shut Jake out 1 sec. All right. Edit that out. Somebody editing this later. Okay. So there's going to be some percentage of people who are just like innately savants at prompting, right? So like if they're for some reason just really good at controlling all AI and they get really good results that work really well every time, do you care if that person understands anything about the code? If they're shipping insane amounts of really good stuff that people who do know about code go, wow, that's good stuff. Like I would say, no.
You're right. I hate that. But it seems very fair in terms of they're producing the thing we want. The output is desirable. They can't explain it, but who cares? They can't explain why their prompts are good or
Like if you make good art, you're probably like, hey, I don't know how I do it. I just go like, bah, and it's good. Like but then again, some artists who are like classically trained are like, oh, I know all of the different strokes and I like do it this way. And like,
I think mixing their own colors, right? Yeah.
Yeah. There's room for both. And I think it's not as much of a science as we were led to believe. There's a lot of art to coding and making especially in web development, like in a, purely back end runs on your like computer app or something. There's not as much art to that because it's more just like input output, but like there's a lot of gray area and stuff that has any kind of UI.
Yeah. I mean, this is all very pro spec too, because then we're just moving so quickly towards the code matters less and less, which also comes in another one of the talking points, which I think we've briefly done before, which is, do types even matter? Does having a database matter? Because if a database is a layer of indirection for all your data, and AI doesn't give a crap about that, AI can just build a site off of local files and it can write to files and then you have no dependencies. Like how much and where is this going to end where code is just completely irrelevant in favor of just prompting and spec authoring. I even think the spec side is even cooler. Like Toby at Shopify has a lot of great like ideals and guidelines and just like things that guide him in general. And so you could kind of take a lot of that stuff, codify it into like the heart of the specs of your company, and then have all these additional people go build on top of those and elaborate. And then your whole kind of system is a manifestation of your ethos and your services kind of combined. And then you combine that with brand and like a design system and some other things. And you're really kind of reaching a new level of just producing software where the code doesn't matter. It matters more about the core that you were talking about earlier isn't the core of the framework. It's like the core of like why are we doing stuff becomes more important than what are we making. And that I've always liked the why over what. So this is wild. Can it slow down, please? I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I wish it would slow down. We were talking about this at work is why I put this bullet point on here, because we're just now in like a 9 or 10-year-old code base adding some TypeScript in, which is always hard in an old code base with lots of cruft. And we were basically kind of having a philosophical discussion around like, what do we want to recommend as the way to do TypeScript, right? Because you can do it a few ways. You can have like one where it's like, oh yeah, I want everything to be super strict. Like if you type a file, I don't want to ever see an any. I want everything to be perfect. I don't want to ever use a type from that's wrong. There's another philosophy that's like, well, I don't care about most of this because it's pretty trivial, but this one thing is really hairy. I want to like type that and then I want the rest to be any. I don't care. And we were just kind of talking our way through like, what do we want to do? How do we approach converting the code base? And then we were kind of like, wait, so you've got, thousands and thousands of files. It could take years to convert. Maybe you can do a code mod or some AI stuff to like make it pretty quick. I don't know. We're, in the fact finding phase right now, but we're like, but what is the point anyway? Because if we're going to as an alternative to converting anything at all to TypeScript, what if you spend a lot of time investing in your guardrails for AI and you were like, hey, everyone on like all these other teams who is maybe not as senior or doesn't know the full code base or whatever, like use this when you're writing code, and it will keep you from doing dumb stuff that like TypeScript would also have saved you from. But like, we don't care about TypeScript anymore. We just want you to like write everything through this. It'll check and make sure like you're not doing that. And then TypeScript doesn't need to exist, except for if you fully typed it all too, then AI could go way faster because it could be sure about being like, oh, I know all these types are for sure this way. So like there's still some benefits, but it was kind of like, we're probably never going to do that because why would we spend a year of like a developer's time when AI can just kind of save us?
Oh man, I'm in a code base all day right now. It's over 1 million lines of TypeScript, no any's, everything's typed.
I love it. Jealous.
Well, I mean, there's just so many trade-offs. Like, okay, first off, AI is not wildly empowered by this. It's equally as hindered as like a human is, and also I think it might actually be adding overhead, because it churns. It doesn't know. All it knows is like, I'm going to try to go do this thing. And it goes and does the thing. And it's like, oh, there's a lint error. Oh, there's a type error. And then it just like bounces back and forth in there. And then it still can't see. And even if you teach it to see, it doesn't, oh man, we're trying to turn this thing into like a little human. And I'm not seeing it wildly do great things inside of a big code base. And okay, so here's a good example. We just saw Codex 5.2 come out. ChatGPT Codex, right? Yeah, it's OpenAI Codex. Anyway, and its whole thing is they're trying to pitch, hey, if you got a big ass code base and you finding that AI models are really shitty at going through it and having long running ideas, we just made the AI model for you. It's called Codex 5.2 and it's specialized for long running bullshit. And it's like, I don't think it's actually going to do that much better, man. Like it's kind of like there's so much code and there's so many edge cases, and it's like CSS constantly shows up, and it's all like my job's done. You're like, did you look at it? And it's like, yeah, I took a picture. Look at the picture. Isn't it pretty? And you're like, no, it's vomit, dude. Like, did you even know? And it's like, and then the other thing too is like we're trying to do code mods or migrations or whatever it is. Like it can take a picture of the beginning state and it'll take a picture of the end state happily and be like, I took pictures, and you're like, yeah, but. What
do they look the same?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times they're not supposed to. So it's like, how do you describe what's supposed to change in the picture? That's the follow-up one. If it's a layout
I think
change,
we'll get there because it's all based on like the oh god, my brain doesn't work. Like the visual diffusion or whatever, wherever it like makes it all
goes
noise and then
static to the picture.
Yeah. So like if we can figure out how to tell that like this part of the noise is now blue, it could be like, yes, I've made the noise a noisy blue right there, and it is now blue. I don't know. I feel like there's a way to do it.
We got comments in here from Mr. Ray Dev. He says Codex is crazy, worse than even Cloud. So Mr. Ray Dev was like, a long running, let me try it. And then all of a sudden it's not. And I'm just not surprised by that because I want them to be good. And I think I talked about it last week too, where I've been rolling forward a skill. So that way when I spin up agents that, like I have one little agent does this task and it helps evolve a skill. And that way it passes information forward and I don't have to keep a database. I don't have to keep beads. I don't have to keep Git. I don't have to have Gastown. It's like, I just have this one migration. One code mod. I'm not trying to do this to my whole, and it's still, it just screws up enough times. And it also hiccups on types constantly. So that's why I'm looking at TypeScript going, what are you really doing right now other than perceptively slowing us down?
Yeah. I mean, I think using it as a linter and not trying to be super strongly typed and using it like sparingly, I think is the way I would recommend using it now. Like if it's a project that just I'm working on, I'm a completionist with the types, so I'm going to get it all typed. But like, I think in terms of, leading a team, just type the like one or two things that, people are getting wrong a lot or whatever, like help them there. But it's just a linter. Like you could also write an ESLint rule that would like check, am I using this thing wrong? And like, I feel like it's like that. It just has less steps. So like, I think that is the way I'm going to probably be using it going forward versus trying to have a fully typed everything. Although I love when things are fully typed, but
fully typed feels good. I'm not going to lie, dude. It always that's why Rust is popular. If you can make your Rust app run, you're like, hell yeah. Purr like a kitten. Like there's no mess ups there. I feel like AI though, like once you're past like 4 files, it just starts to go downhill. And even when they run these things overnights and weekends, like people are just spending tokens, and I'm not seeing amazing results yet. And so here's the thing though. So like, I'm assuming it's going to get there. And so, I'm going to keep tinkering. I'm going to keep trying to see how these tools work. Cause they're not done growing every week. It's just wild. So we'll see where it all goes.
Yeah. It's been pretty good for me. So at work, we have an exception to use Copilot and only Copilot basically.
Sucks to be you.
Well, however, so we have a loophole now. This is new development as of today. GitHub tweeted like OpenCode is now
was Jared tweeted.
Fully supported. And I was like, So I was like, okay, is this a loophole where we can use OpenCode now? And the principal on my team was like, yes. And I was like, hell yeah. All right, we're gonna, we're gonna
Dude, you got to go install that Oh My OpenCode. It's a really great layer on top of OpenCode. I'm a big fan.
So I want to come back to that and hear what's in that. But did you see they have a app now? Like it's not just the CLI. You can install an OpenCode app.
I saw you write that, and OpenCode Black. So inform me. I am not caught up.
So OpenCode Black is this thing. It's like the Claude code, or Claude's whatever, where they have like the $20 tier and then the max tier that's like $100. And it's like their version of that, but it just like spreads the work across whatever model they want at the time. So it's like OpenCode Zen kind of, except with a like more baked in price instead of charging you per token. And so people were signing up for it because they would open up like 20 spots at a time and they would sell out like before anyone could click it. So now they have just a wait list. Like you can go buy it and be like, we'll charge you whenever we like onboard you finally. So I signed up for it, and I'm going to give it a try. Cause OpenCode I think is the best, developer experience thus far. So I want to try it with I don't have to worry about every couple hours it going, hey, you got to wait a while to like do anything else. And also, like we said, you can't use it with I was using it with my Anthropic like $20 code, which no longer works. So you can use Anthropic, like charge me based on every character you send me. But I don't love that. So
yeah, dude, let's compare. Wait, OpenCode Black, corn side for dead. Nice. That's good. I'm trying to so wait, what is it that you like about OpenCode over Claude, over Warp, for example? Or even are you in Cursor or are you in Windsurf?
No. Cursor and Windsurf are dead to me. I don't want those.
Okay, so you're terminal all day, no IDEs.
I like it being
Are
in
you
the
using
terminal.
work trees?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
I'm
no
not
work
doing
trees.
anything
Okay.
super advanced. And a lot of my preferences are just vibes. Like
that's
OpenCode
fine.
was
Yeah,
the
what's the
first
vibe?
one
Yeah.
to do the LSP stuff. So it was better at TypeScript than everyone else just because they connected it to a TypeScript LSP. And so that won me over. Like that was the first thing where I told it to do something and it gave me a thing that I would actually ship. Like I did a lot of AI stuff before and it was like, this was like an interesting, debugging exercise, but I'm not going to ship your code. And this one I was like, wow, you did a good job. So I liked OpenCode for that. Warp has done a good job as well, but it seems to I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's kind of I have it set to auto pick the model or whatever. Maybe it's picking bad models. But it's very hit or miss. Like sometimes it does a terrible job. Sometimes it does a great job. And it feels kind of like AI used to feel like. So yeah, sometimes I've been using Warp more, especially since the Claude stuff stopped working in OpenCode. And I've gotten some good stuff out of Warp. Warp actually fixed a bug for me today with, in Swatch, there's a, magnifier color picker thing. I don't know if I talked to you about this bug before, but so you got this circle, right? And you move it and the middle pixel picks that color. And on Windows, it works if you have just a 100% DPI screen. Like there's no scaling factor. But if you
I have 72 or what do you mean?
Like your screen resolution. Let's say you have a monitor that's 1080p.
It's at its natural
right.
resolution.
And you didn't change it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then it worked. But if you I have mine set to 200% because I have a 5,000 pixel monitor. And so if you don't, it's teeny tiny and I can't read anything. So at 200%, it was 1,000 pixels off. It was clear offset, wasn't factoring in the DPI. And so I had asked OpenCode a bunch of times to fix this. Like I'd released several versions and it kept being like, it's fixed, ship it. And I shipped it and it didn't change anything. And so Warp was like, went down the same path for a minute and was like, oh yeah, let me fix it. Like we got to see what we multiply and divide and whatever. And then it was like, wait, what if we just make the Windows side DPI aware? So we don't have to do any math. We just let it like pick the pixels. So I was like, why has no one said that before? Why is it that's an option?
Yeah.
So we did that and it works now. So like Warp saved me there. I don't know what model it was using but like, yeah, it's like, I feel like Warp is right 50% of the time, but does like super magical good stuff when it's right. And OpenCode is like stuff you could ship more often, but is maybe not as magical and fancy and good. I don't know. Like it's more the baseline that I can kind of count on. I think there's room for both, and I've had success with both.
Yeah. So OpenCode, I've been playing with that for a couple weeks. It's now available at Shopify, as well as Claude Code, both of which I can kind of pick whatever model I want. And so I have a lot of experience with both of those. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about my OpenCode here in a sec. But I also use Cursor a lot. Cursor has some killer features. Like people are like, I used Claude today to spin up 3 agents to do some work. And I'm like, in Cursor, that's just a drop-down menu, right? You write your prompt and you say, how many agents do you want to do the work?
Ooh,
you say
that's fancy.
3. And it creates work trees, bro. So it's even fancier than that. So you go like 3
Well, I haven't used it
agents.
in a while. When I used it, it was like open-ended text box. I was like, can you make this change? And it was like, I made it. And I was like, no, you didn't. It was like, yeah, I did. It's like, no, you didn't. So I didn't, maybe I should try it again because it was terrible when I used it last.
It's also like pretty wildly different. Well, it has 2 modes. Same thing with anti-gravity. Like they have agent modes where you're like, I don't even look at the code. You're almost purely in like but I don't use those as much. But anyway, yeah, if you open up Cursor, fly out the side menu, write your prompt, look for the 1x that's underneath your prompt, change it to 3 or 4. And all that does is create agents and work trees for each of those work streams. They work. You get to watch their little batons come back and then they highlight green. You click them and you see their diff. You review the diff and it changes your code as if it would have done before. And then you can like either accept it or try on the other one and try on the other one. So every time you click one, it changes your code to their changes. You can see it in your browser if you've got live reload going on, figure out the one you want, accept the one, delete the work trees and go back to working. Now, Claude can't
get a bunch
even do
of
that.
Possibilities and pick the best one.
Yeah. I mean, okay, wait. And I rephrase, like Claude and OpenCode can do that exact same thing. It's just you have to be very explicit and deliberate and you don't get the really rich switching kind of experience.
Yeah. Because like OpenCode definitely uses sub-agents because I've seen it say like, I've got a bunch of sub-agents doing this stuff, but it doesn't let you see and pick like, it's not doing them side by side. I think it's doing like separate things. It's got like 4 agents doing 4 different things, not 4 of the same to see which could have the better output. You know, so I think that's a compelling use case because you do get wildly different stuff. It's non-deterministic. So like if I had 4 things doing the same thing, I picked the best one. I like that. I might have to try that.
Yep. There's also, there's so many, this world is crazy right now. Okay. So the other thing is you have people, and I've been trying this too, where you pit different AI models against each other. So no longer like right now we're in a very mono model. Oh shit. That was M and M and M. Right? Where you're like monogamous with your model. But there's people out there that are polyamorous with their models. That's just fun to say. And they are basically saying, okay, hey, Gemini, you go do this task. Hey, Claude, you go do this task. Hey, ChatGPT, you go do this task. And then, hey, Claude, go review this work that came back from Claude. Oh, or whatever. Anyway, you have them review each other. And that's like one of the superpowers of OpenCode is that you can kind of pit them against, and Warp, right? You can open up Command T in Warp. You hit Command D to split it vertically, Command Shift D, and now you've got 4 quadrants like you're in Tmux. You can have 4 different agents reviewing other agents' work to sort of get yourself into this scenario where you're not trusting a single agent to do everything. That's wild. And so, yeah, you combine that with like work trees and these other things. So here's the magic of Warp that I still really like is that I don't have to care about what is an MCP server, what is a skill, and what is a hook, and what is a command. I get to tell it what I want, and it sort of derives the best thing for me. And my favorite thing is still MCP discovery, where I'm like, hey, I need this thing to get done. Like what happened recently.
doing that too. It was like, I was like, do some Git stuff, and it was like pulling the Git Kraken MCP to figure out how Git works. And I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, that's really cool stuff, because it's really annoying configuring things. Like, it's okay. Let me rephrase. Configuring things is very fun. It's also a time waste. So like, if something can kind of configure on the fly based on my request, that's really cool. And Warp is the one that constantly does that for me, where I'm like, I ask for a thing and I say, hey, go verify it, and then it'll be like, oh sure, I'll spin up a browser, and all of a sudden Chrome opens up with this special profile, and I can see it taking pictures, and then it starts to cost me a lot of money. Because it's like, I took pictures, and then I took the picture and I tokenized it and I sent it to the server and I reviewed it, and I'm doing it again and again and again. I'm like, stop taking pictures right now. You're going to eat up all my credits.
Yeah. $20 later, you should use this MCP.
Crap. Yeah. But yeah, that's, I was trying to just like tell someone why I like Windsurf better than Cursor the other day, and I just couldn't. It was vibes. And I'm like, it's annoying. I wish I could tell you more.
I had both, and that was the same for me too. It was like, at the base use case of like, opening a file and just working on some stuff and hitting tab to tab through stuff, it was better. I don't know why. They both do the same thing. Like, but it was just, I felt better with the like tab autocomplete. And at the time, the agentic stuff in both was abysmal, so it didn't matter. But like the day to day, I'm still writing code. I just want you to autocomplete a couple things. Worked way better in Windsurf for me for whatever reason. Okay,
so let's talk about cowork, and then I want to talk about agency. What do you know about? I saw cowork is like making files for people, and it has file system access, and I was like, nope. I am not ready for this thing to like just be reading all of my shit. No, thank you. I want to give it to it with a spoon. I'm not ready for automated.
Yeah. I haven't used it, but I just saw somebody tweeted like, thank God Anthropic is coming for everyone else's jobs now. And I was like, yes, that is, cause like, I do find myself being like, all right, I have I can't think of an example, but some task I want to do in life. Like I'd like to, plan this thing, schedule this thing, research, getting tickets to something, doing whatever. Like, I would like to be able to approach that in the same way of just being like, hello, agentic thing. Like, I want to do this stuff. Tell me the best way, like find it for me. So I think it's compelling to like apply that workflow to the rest of your life. But like, yeah, I do think you're going to hit a token problem. And like, if we're using it for everything, the cost is going to catch up at some point. Like, you can't get used to using it for everything. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic. I think it's cool. I want to try it out, but I just wanted to mention that it exists. I don't have much else to say about it.
Yeah,
as of now.
Me neither. I kind of got scared by it. I was like, I'm not ready for that. The thing that scared me the most though wasn't cowork kind of like taking those jobs. It's that I saw AI is now growing crops. It's growing food. And I was like, oh, so farmers, maybe we won't have farmers anymore. I was like, what if AI disrupts the farming industry? Yikes.
Yeah, well, the farming industry is a whole nother episode we could talk about. Like, I think that whole thing is broken. We should not have big giant farms where like if one company has like a bad growing season, we don't have food. Like the local farm model is what we should be doing. But I'm going to get off my soapbox because we're going to run out of time. So, tell me about agency or whatever you were saying.
Okay. So agency, in an age where intellectual stuff is on tap, what you need now are people that are adventurers and tinkerers and the people that you can trust to go figure it out. So you need to, we're seeing a rise of agency, meaning that we want to give people less of a specific role and trust people to just go around and do good. Like, work for the company. You can focus on this area, and we're not going to tell you very much what to do. What we want to do is trust you that you're equipped with AI and that you are just constantly doing good. You're deploying agents over here to do that. That's improving whatever. You're over here improving internal processes. You're making an internal tool. Like, you are free now. You're now liberated. Your chains have been broken from your front end role or even your design role. We want to give you agency and trust you to just go do good. And I'm like, that's really cool.
So it's cool, but like, in that world, and I guess this is the world we're in everywhere, even if you are specialized in one specific area, like, how do you ever get a raise or a new position, or like if you're just kind of like, you're in charge of the vibes of this area of work, it's like, well, how do I show that I did good at the vibes? Like,
well, you used your agency and you actually
build your own.
You made
criteria?
a change that's like, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, I mean, I guess there's that. Like, if you're your own manager in your own department and you're setting your own goals and you're writing RFCs that you comment on yourself and you're like, I don't know, like, I feel like there has to be someone at some level that's deciding, like, is the criteria you came up with good? Do we agree? Did you do well? Should you get more money? Like, or I don't know. Maybe all of that is done. Maybe there's no more promotions for anyone ever.
I mean, I feel like we're pretty quickly heading towards, we don't need developers, designers, or any of us anymore. So that's depressing.
Yeah. Please give me a severance of the rest of the money that I would have made for the rest of my life, and I'll be happy. Oh, yeah. My 401k is not ready to have no job.
It's going to be wild if it really does displace as many things as it's kind of positioned to.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to get in the physical goods game. Like, I was talking to my friend who is a local farmer. He has popcorn on the cob that he just, like, he doesn't take it off the cob. You just get the whole cob. He gives you a bag and you put it in the microwave. I thought you had to take it off the cob to pop it, but you don't. And so I was like, this is so cool. Like, people would love to take a fucking cob and put it in their microwave.
Hells
like,
yeah.
Why does no one sell it in this form? So I'm like, we should do that. Like, why are we should do that online?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he starts scheming. He's like, oh yeah, you just need 40 acres and you can grow 1 million cobs a year. And like, all this stuff. And I was like, okay, like, I'm not ready for that. But like, yeah, I want to get into something like that, like experiment. Like, I think AI can help you iterate on your ideas, and you're like, have a good website with basically no effort, and like throw up some Instagram ads, see where it lands. Like, I don't know. I want to get into more of that kind of stuff because I feel like, you know, the developer stuff can't last forever. Like, I think we'll outpace most, hopefully, like, before we're
stay on
obsolete,
top of it. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's bleak.
It is oddly bleak. I mean, last week was bleak, right? Now we're bleak still. I don't know where the
we
hope
always
is.
will be. We still bring the joy, though. We're having whiskey. It's okay.
Hey, I showed a zombie killer. Oh, wait, I want to talk about something that brought me joy this week. It's wantmymtv.vercel.app.
What?
You can watch MTV. So do you remember...
MTV just stopped running, right? I saw that. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to stop. You can watch. Someone's curated everything off of YouTube, all the music videos, put them organized by like era and commercials, and put it into a thing. So it's like, did you ever watch nickreboot.tv? I think it was nickreboot.tv. You could just go to this website and it was playing stuff, and you just tuned in like it was old school TV. There was commercials, you know, skip it, or whatever. And you'd watch Hey Arnold and you'd catch half the episode because you tuned in late, you know, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It got shut down for probably pretty good reasons, but
yeah.
This MTV one is awesome in the same way. You can be like, I want to listen to 2000s music videos, and you just go there, you hit a button, and there's like 3,000 music videos from the 2000s that'll just randomly play for you and play commercials in between every. It's been awesome, dude. And I'm finding new music. I'm like, how did I not know that song? That metal song was badass.
I was always a Fuse listener. Did you ever watch Fuse?
I didn't, but my spouse was huge into Fuse, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was, like, as soon as that came out, I don't know what, it was like the alternative MTV, like more rock-based, and I just had it playing, like, all day. Like, I thought it was so cool. But yeah, I mean, music videos, I feel like, are a lost art. Like, people are still making them, but it's like, I personally don't like to go consume YouTube. I'm probably in the minority there, but like, I like a thing that just picks it for me, curate it. I don't want to go like click on it. I just want it to be a feed with commercials and like traditional TV. Sounds good.
You're going to love this. It's been really nice for while I'm working. So I just put it on. Although it's okay. So let me rephrase. It's been really nice. That's still the phrase, but also sometimes really distracting because I'm like, that music video is really sexy. I'm like, holy shit. That was I watched that as a 14-year-old. I'm like, 2000s? My goodness. I'm like, that shit was hot as hell. Jeez Louise. So anyway, I just been like watching these music videos, like that was okay. Holy jeez, wow. But also some of them are just hilariously like simple and awesome. So enjoy, everybody. We'll put that link in the show notes.
Yeah, we always end up watching music videos at the end of like anytime we have people over and we're hanging out and it's like 1 a.m. That's like you just throw on music videos. So that'd be cool to just throw that on. You don't have to even pick the next one.
Yeah, good call.
So yeah, I got 6-ish minutes left. I do want to mention the topic that we didn't get to. Did we get to it? And then I was like, should we talk about it more next time? I don't know. Anyway, the fact that booze and nicotine and like, you know, any sort of like thing that are fun or historically thought of as fun, are like way down. And it's like people probably still like fun. So I don't know if it's like one thing could be like a health thing. Like maybe people, I know there's a lot of different, like I get so many ads for like this cocktail alternative. It makes you feel good. I'm like, feel good how? What drugs are in it? Nothing? Okay, probably doesn't do anything. Like, So I'm like, I don't know. I'm skeptical about those. I don't know if you've tried any of those.
The
like,
NA party beer.
purely...
Oh, I keep getting those. Like, oh, you still want to party but don't want to drink? Here, have this NA beer.
Beer is awful. I don't want to drink beer if it doesn't have alcohol in it. That's stupid. So no, but like the Ken Euphorics. Have you seen those? Like,
no.
It's just like a herbally, I don't know, nootropic, like supposed to be like good for your mind, make you more social, etc. Like, you know, the good parts of drinking, but like not the bad. But like I haven't tried them, so I guess I can't shit on it until I try it. But I am very skeptical. But anyway, people could be doing some of that, could be doing whatever.
How could that succeed though? If actual booze is down, how could the NA alternatives be up?
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, keep
my
going.
hypothesis is that everything is down. I think everyone is losing their jobs. The entire economy is down. Inflation is up. Recession, big time. Like
Minnesota's throwing bombs into people's cars as they're trying to exit ICE. Yep, it's nuts.
Yeah, like I saw on the Today Show the other day that pizza is down like 30%. Like,
what's up?
Like,
that's
what I'm saying. It's like if even pizza can't do well, like pretty much an American staple. Like, I think everything is down because everyone is like, I can't afford to live, much less go get a fucking pizza. So like, I'm going to make a pizza at home if I want a pizza. Like, I think that's what's happening. So I don't think people like, I think there could be increased demand for like all this stuff again. I'm not sure. I'm just like, spouting whatever, but that's how I feel. I don't think that it's like doom and gloom around the alcohol industry and it's going to fully go away because like, you got to replace it with something. People need something to numb their minds.
Tea, man, just an herbal tea. I keep wondering about supply and demand. So as soon as I'm like, oh, these things are down, so supply is there, demand is down. I'm like, what? So is everything going to get cheaper? That would
that would be
awesome.
a welcome thing, yeah, because the whiskey industry has gotten nuts. This stuff is way too expensive. Like Chuck was telling me about it, and I don't know the full story, but the essential facts are basically like, they sell like this whistle pig. Let's say they'd sell it for $20, $30, whatever, like the original cheap price. And then they were noticing people would buy all of them and resell them on like, iboughtthisliquor.com for like $60. And they're like, wait, you guys are buying all this because you think it's good and just like making it more expensive? We'll just make it more expensive. We'll cut out the middleman. And so that's why everything has gone up like to whiskey, like the cheapest of a like not anything that's not like a Jack Daniels is like if it's a nice whiskey, it's going to be $50 plus, like because that's what's happened, and it's
so is a dinner for two anywhere. It's ridiculous.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we've had this debate with one of our friends. It's like he's like, okay, if you go to like I don't know fast food, McDonald's, Taco Bell, whatever, and you're like, all right, I've got 2 adults, couple kids, whatever, the amount that you'll spend on that, he's saying is actually sometimes more than you'll spend going to like a sit down restaurant, because like if you go to, he has certain ones you go to that like if you get adult entree, your kids eat free or something like that. And so it's like the kids aren't a factor in the cost. So you got 2 adult entrees at like $20 or whatever. And then like, I'm like, well, what about tip or whatever? And he's like, no, he insists like, it doesn't matter what he does. It's cheaper to sit at the like sit down restaurant. I was like, that's fucked up, man. Like, that's not the way it should be. Like fast food has gotten super expensive.
Super expensive. I've noticed the same thing. So we do Woody Wednesdays, and one of the reasons we do Little Woodies is because it's locally, it's like a local famous person. It's wildly cheap, really good quality. Their French fries are amazing, and I walk out of there and I can feed the whole family for $45. I pretty much can't do that anywhere.
Yeah,
it's crazy
for sure.
And so,
yeah, well, Seattle is its own beast because when I was there, I got Taco Bell delivered and I got, let's see, like a burrito and 2 tacos or something, like not a lot. And it was like $67 or something, like with because they're like, hey, you're in Seattle, bro. Like, this is going to be at least $30 just for us to even open the DoorDash app. And then like, like there's so many extra fees. And I was just like, holy shit. So yeah, I mean, stuff is probably just more expensive in general. And if
you're buying food for just yourself, the order stuff is just stupid. You're going to pay more in fees than the food is.
Yeah, that's why I always order like 2 or 3 meals whenever I get delivery. And then you just microwave it.
Ooh, good idea. Dang, it's a life hack right there.
Yep. Yeah, and also Costco has Uber Eats and DoorDash gift cards. You can get $100 of gift cards for like $75 or $80 or something. So
how does that make any sense?
I buy them every time I go. They limit you. You can only get like 4 per month or something because they don't want you just having infinite like % off at DoorDash, I guess. I don't know.
This is so weird. This world is so weird right now.
Yep. All right, we are at time. Is there anything that we missed that you want to mention before we end?
No, man, that was awesome.
Cool. All right, thanks everyone for listening. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave us some ratings. Please actually do. I'm not going to say the same spiel that I always do. Go to Spotify, click our show, click rate, give it 5 stars. Do the same on Apple. It is very quick. Those of you that are listening that haven't done it, shame on you. I've asked you so many times. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Yeah, like...
You've been watching Whiskey Web and Whatnot, recorded in front of a live studio audience.
What the fuck are you talking about, Chuck?
Enjoyed the show? Subscribe.
You know people don't pay attention to these, right?
Head to whiskey.fun for merch and to join our Discord server.
I'm serious. It's like 2% of people who actually click these links.
And don't forget to leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about the show.
All right, dude, I'm out of here.
Still got it.